Tonight's trainer is none other than Toni Ward. She is also known as Queen Ra. We are excited to have her on the line tonight for training on our Tuesday night Raw Squad and Friends call. Toni, are you on the line? I want to tell you a little bit about her as she's coming to the line because she is absolutely fabulous. She is a pioneer. She has come into the company as a member of the Elite Eight. She started the company with founder with the napkin around the table, and she hit the ground running. She went through all of the ranks quicker than anyone else and set the pace, set the tone, showed everyone how to do it. And she has not stopped. Since that moment, she has been here tirelessly training, helping everyone learn what they need to learn in order to be successful. And you can count on our trainings always being innovative, having great information. So, with that being said, as she's preparing to come, I want you all to do me a great favor. Jump in the chat box, and I want you to welcome to the line our master trainer tonight, Toni Ward. She is a training specialist, IATAN card holder multiple times, six-figure earner. She's got the hardware, ladies and gentlemen, and she is a master builder in all of her companies. So should you listen? Absolutely. Take notes without a doubt. Toni, the call is all yours. Let's see if we can get her unmuted. One moment.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. The call is all yours.
Oh my goodness, I was just sitting here speaking to myself. I said, hello, 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 everybody. I'm super excited to be here. I'm listening to your introduction and I'm like, oh, I want to meet that person. She sounds fabulous. So thank you for that awesome introduction, you guys. Let's give it back to Deidre. She is so helpful. She's just fabulous. Love her to death. And I just don't know where we would be with our Tuesday night trainings if we did not have Deidre, you guys. If you appreciate her as much as I appreciate her, hop in the chat box, give her a bunch of A's. Let's give some A's for our appreciation to Deidre. Let's blow that. And she is awesome. Yes, A for awesome, A for appreciate. We want to make sure we show her some love. Fabulous. I am so excited because we have our lineup for every single Tuesday, as Deidre told us when she started the introduction. And today is the second Tuesday. Every second Tuesday of the month, we're going to talk about some kind of destination spotlight, okay? This particular Tuesday, our destination spotlight is going to be about the Caribbean. We have so much stuff going on in the world right now with the pandemic. I know that a lot of people think that people aren't traveling. Hop in the chat box, let me know. Are there people out there saying nobody's traveling? Why are you still doing your travel business? Nobody's going anywhere. You can't make any money with that right now. It doesn't make sense to be a travel agent. If you're hearing that stuff, hop in the chat box and let me know. Yes, I'm hearing that stuff. Just let me know. Yes, it's me. Because as travel agents, as travel professionals, we depend on our clients, right? We're booking their travel. If they don't go anywhere, they don't make that trip. Guess what? We don't make that commission. So that's really important that you guys understand and know what's happening in your industry, and you're not relying on the news to give you the information you need. Because a lot of times, and this is my opinion sometimes happens to be fact, but this is my opinion, the news can be biased. Does anybody agree that the news can be biased? The news can be, put there to give information to us to make us sway in a certain direction. Maybe the news is saying nobody's traveling because they don't want anybody to travel, right? So they want to tell you nobody's doing it anyway to encourage that behavior. That's really important for you guys to understand exactly what's going on. As travel agents, it's really easy for us to be able to use the information that we have, use the resources that we have to get the right information. Let me show you guys something really quick. Let me show you something. It's super simple. It's super simple for you guys to understand exactly what's going on by just using Google, right? I always say Google is your best friend. I promise you that, because if you can ask Google anything, right? Anything, and you're going to get an answer. I just typed into Google. I said, Google, where are people traveling right now today? Where are people going right now? And this, one of the articles that popped up, there are quite a few articles on this subject, of course, because this is a hot topic right now. And it told me to find out which countries are welcoming US tourists back. And it just gives you a list of all of the countries that are traveling. Look at this. It shows you there are over 50 countries that are offering U.S. tourism, Americans, right, to travel there. So when somebody says, hey, they're not traveling, you can hop on here and say, well, they might be traveling in some areas, but there are quite a few areas where people can go to get that much needed relaxation, right? And of course, you want to make sure you're safe when you're traveling. They're going to give you the criteria that you need to follow in order to travel. They're going to tell you what you need to do when you get back after you've traveled, and so that you can be safe. The countries that you're going to are safe. Everybody is working in a way so that you can actually get what you need out of your vacation time, your vacation, and still travel. So I want you guys to be super knowledgeable about anything. If you have any questions whatsoever, always go ask Google. Go ask Google, see what Google has to say. It's going to give you a lot of information so you know what's going on. Sometimes I'll type in my name. I want to see what Google has to say about me. Then if Google has something to say about me, and if Google says something that's not right, then I'm not going to believe Google, right? But if Google says, oh, okay, they give me correct information about myself, I'm like, oh, okay, I can believe Google because I know I can fact check myself. So just look at all these places. They're all in here, alphabetical order, showing you a lot of places where you can travel. So I want you guys to be confident in the fact that you can book travel. Okay, hop in the chat box, let me know. I put it in there, some reinforcement for yourself. I can book travel. This is important. Okay, so you can find out if your client wants to go anywhere. You can Google the COVID-19 restrictions or instructions for that area so that you can give them information about what they need to know for that particular country. That's important. Okay, so I want you guys to know that people are traveling. Cool. Uh-oh. Did I put this slide in the wrong place? I did put this slide in the wrong place. I have a lot of information for you guys, and I want to make sure you guys get all of the information. We want to make sure that you guys are educated. This is the best time to get your travel education under your belt, right? People have a little more time at home, a little more time to catch up on their, soap operas and whatever we watch on TV, but also a little more time for us to catch up on our profession, travel. Super important. So tomorrow, actually every Wednesday, we're having a travel training too. Travel, actually the BDMs, Business Development Manager, that's what a BDM means, or the salesperson will come from a different place and give some training. So Nina Mitchell actually put this together. It's going to be tomorrow. So write this down. This was supposed to be given to you guys at the end, but go ahead and write it down now. Tomorrow, they're going to come and give you some information about travel. This is the meeting ID. Write this down. This is going to happen at 4 o'clock Pacific, 7 o'clock Eastern. So you want to make sure that you get a good seat for these trainings because a lot of times space is limited. Okay. So cool information. Last week, I think the training was on the Hilton, and the Hilton representative came, gave some good information. And then they tell you how to book, the good things about their company. And a lot of times they'll also tell you the travel agent perks. I went on a fam trip. For those of you who are new or you've never heard that terminology, fam trip. A fam trip is short for familiarization trip. That's a trip where you get to go as a travel agent and you get to go at a discount because you are there to work, right? You got to test out the wine, make sure it tastes okay. You got to test out the beds at the resorts, make sure they're comfortable. You need to put your toes in the sand, make sure the sand is good. You need to make sure you get in the water to make sure the water is nice. What temperature is this water? So, I'm being silly, but you want to go and you want to participate in the event, like in that whole resort. You want to participate in the vacation experience. That is your job, to participate in that stuff so that you can go back and tell your clients, hey, yes, I was at that resort. So when I went to a fam trip, I actually went to Cabo one time and we reviewed like 13 resorts. And these resorts were fantabulous. Like you're not going to see all this stuff on Expedia Tap or Vax or whatever, the same way that you see it when you're walking through the actual resort. And so she told us, okay, this is the average price per night. It's like this one resort, you guys, in Cabo. So do you guys have friends with babies? Anybody who has a friend who's had a child, or you have small children and they think they can't travel? They think they can't travel because they've just had a child. They don't have the time. Anybody? Everybody? I'm sure there's somebody here. Put baby in the chat box if you have friends. So we were at this resort, right? and it was absolutely beautiful. Oceanfront resort, and they had like a playpen, and they had toys, and they had all this stuff. And I'm like, what is this? And she said it's a family resort. So you just have to come. You don't have to pack the playpen. You don't even have to pack the diapers or the formula. When your travel agent will call ahead and tell them what kind of diapers you use, what kind of formula you use, all that stuff, and it comes with your room. I was like, what? At this time, my child was about, I want to say Tutu was like 14. And I was like, this is, and it was like five, not even 5 star. It was like a 12-star resort. It was absolutely fabulous. And I was like, what? And so she told me, I said, well, how much is it a night? She said, oh, this room, particular room is like 1,400 a night. I was like, oh, that sounds good. Then she told us, yeah, we pay 20% commission. I'm like, 1,400 a night, 20% commission. That sounds fabulous, right? It sounds awesome. And I said, okay, so for me, I said, my sister, at this time, my sister was pregnant. And I know how my sister is. She's not going to want to go anywhere if it can't accommodate her child, right? So I said, well, how much would it be for a travel agent rate? She said $111 a night. Did you guys hear that? $111 a night. That's crazy, right? So I'm going to show you guys a couple of things today because I want you guys to understand not only, I didn't mean to have this hand out here, let me fix it. Not only, this is what happens when you are moving too fast. I'm going to show you guys not only a resort today that I want to put on our destination spotlight, because today we're spotlighting the Caribbean, okay? But I want to show you guys also how you as a travel agent can benefit from being a travel agent. You got to know as much as you can about your, craft. The more you know, the more you're going to be able to grow, the more you're going to have confidence with your clients, and you'll be able to direct them in different areas. Okay, so I want to show you guys some stuff. And a lot of like people in this right now doesn't pertain to anybody on this call, because I know you guys are awesome warriors and you are working through everything. A lot of times people will make excuses and they'll say, I don't have the time, right? But you make the time. You make the time for things you want. You might not have the time to do certain things, but if it's important to you and it shows it has value, you're going to make the time. I don't have the knowledge, right? But I did what I knew. You might not know everything, but Google's going to help you get every single thing you need, right? Google, your sponsor, the trainings, and you have to apply yourself, right? Remember, this is a buffet. This is not a sit-down restaurant. You got to get up and make your plate. We all have the ability to eat, but you need to get up and make your own plate, okay? I don't have the support. Learn how to support yourself. Let me tell you guys, when I first started in the travel industry, I didn't have a sponsor to help me. I didn't have training calls. I didn't have any of that stuff. I had to go in there and find my own way. And I absolutely love the fact that since I found my own way, I'm able to help pave the way for other people. But you can't use that as an excuse. You got to learn how to support yourself. You need to get up and give yourself those affirmations every single day and make sure you're saying, I can do this. This is going to work. I don't have the confidence. The confidence will come with your results, right? The more you are participating in your success, the more the confidence will build, and you'll have that. I have a lot going against me. Don't we all? Is there anybody here that has had some stuff happen in their lives that makes you think, okay, that happened, that happened, that happened? I have a lot going against me, but I'm still here. I'm going to make it happen. And there are so many people with excuses, right? I have plenty of excuses, but I choose not to use any of them. I chose, but we're going to say we choose not to use any of the excuses. Okay. We're going to make this stuff happen, and it's going to happen right. Let me tell you guys something. So when I first got started in this business, and I got to tell you this because I don't want you to make the same mistakes I made. Okay. I'm going to show you some stuff today that you're going to be so excited about. You're going to want to share with everybody. Here's the thing. You can't share it on social media. Okay. You can share it with your teams. You can look at it with yourself. But you can't put this stuff on social media. The reason why is because if the whole public sees what we have to offer, the companies will get mad, right? Why would I go and spend $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 on a Carnival cruise when I know I can get it for $39? Right? You don't want, so we can't do that. Okay, everybody agree? Everybody put in the chat box that you agree. I agree. I agree. I will not show this on social media. Just put I agree in the chat box. Okay. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Adrian. Thank you, Liz. Perfect. Thank you, Darren. Darren is like, so I'm Darren, I'm watching you because I see you taking notes and you're making me excited. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You guys don't know. Sometimes it's just the smallest little thing that helps the presenter get through their presentation. And I have been watching Darren, like I'm just sitting here, me and Darren are just having a conversation. So I'm just gonna talk to Darren if that's okay. You guys can kind of listen in, but I'm talking to Darren, okay? So this right here is something that I found when I first got started in the business. Just poking around, just being nosy, just trying to see what we had to offer. Let me go back. I gave you a little peek. I hope you guys caught some of it. I'm gonna go over here again. Okay, little peek. Now, Carnival used to offer last minute cruises for travel agents. They had it all neat on a page. We can go in there and get the page, pull it up. But guess what happened? Overeager agents like myself posted it on social media. And guess what happened? They decided to take it away. So now you can't find it as easy as we used to. They're still there. They are still there, but they're not all nice and neat and perfect. This is an example of a travel agent perk. Now I'm showing you this example because this is back when they used to put it together for us so we can see it and it was easy. Uh-oh, somebody's excited. Let me go. Thank you, Nicole. So imagine going on a cruise, a 2-day cruise for $39. These are our rates. What about a 4-day cruise for $59? Listen, you guys, this is not $39 a day. I mean, a day. This is not any of that. This is $39 for the entire cruise. This is $59 for the entire cruise. These different options are available right now. The only difference is you got to find them. But I wanted to put this here because it's all nice and neat and organized to you, but these are available. You have to go in there and look for them, hit travel agent, but these are the kind of deals that you guys have access to. Okay. I want to come back to that. It's up to you what you do with your business, how much money you make, but we're going to talk about that. This is what I want to talk to you guys about. Okay. So let me tell you guys a short little story. So when I first got started in this business, my first real customer was a friend of mine. And this friend of mine she was graduating from college. And she said, Toni, I want to go on a all-inclusive resort, a really nice resort. And I want to go for my graduation present to myself next year. I said, okay, cool. So what did I do? Remember I told you guys in the beginning of this, Google is your best friend. So I hopped on Google and I put, and she wanted to go to Cabo. I put all-inclusive resorts, just typed it in, all-inclusive resorts in Cabo. And this company called A.M. Resorts popped up. Never heard of them before. They popped up and I was like, oh, this place looks so nice. It's so cool, right? So I started doing some research. And I registered and everything. And I put in her information. And then I proceeded to price out her stuff. So it said, okay, 2 people for a week, it was going to cost like $5,000 something, right? And then I was like, oh, AM Resort also gives you a payment plan, which was really cool too. I'm like, okay, she can make payments and she doesn't have to take care of it right away. That's even more perfect. So it was 5,000 something. Her deposit was going to be like $1,000 something, and then she was going to have to pay the rest in payments over that year, right? So I'm like, this is perfect. But for me, I'm like, okay, I'm a travel agent. I'm always hearing about all these good discounts and benefits. I wonder how much it would cost for me. I wonder how much my price would be. So being who I am, I searched the website, right? I searched the website. I'm looking around. Let me show you guys exactly what I did. I searched the website. I was on AM Resorts. Let me go there real quick. I went to AM Resorts and amresorts.com. I was on here. I priced her information, and then I just started looking. Sometimes it's just right under our fingertips, like it's right there. All we have to do is look a little harder. It's right there. And let me show you. Let me see. Let's let the computer do what it's gonna do. Sometimes you need to just scroll around, and I'm looking around, and I went just looking. I'm like, okay, they're here. That's perfect. They have all these different resorts. That's perfect. And then look right here. You see right here what it says? You see it says resources for travel agents. I was like, what? Resources for travel agents. So I clicked on that. I went to the resources for travel agents, and a lot of the suppliers that you go to will have something at the bottom that says travel agent or travel agent portal or travel agent specials or whatever. You just have to look for them. And a lot of times calling your sponsor, hey, do you have discounts over here? They're not going to know. But if you look on the website, it'll show you. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a whole different website, login, all this information. What is this going to do? So I logged in, and I'll show you guys. I'll log into this in a little bit. But I logged in here, and they have something called a master agent program, right? The master agent right here, master agent. And the master agent had training. You learn about the resort. You learn about all the information. You learn about everything they have. So I did the master agent training. And then after I finished, and I was so excited. I stayed up like for hours that night, completed the entire master agent training. And after I completed the entire master agent training, it was like, okay, it popped up that I was able to actually book as an agent. Like you can book as an agent, right? You can have 2 different rooms. You can, it was really cool. And I was like, okay, well, let me see how much it would cost if I went with Tasha on her graduation trip. And I looked and I said, okay, what? So if you look at these 2, because I went back into my files today and I found the actual trip for her. So her trip was going to be $5,240. This is the actual trip, okay? Her deposit was going to be $1,048. Can you guys see this? Let me know in the chat box. Tell me yes, you can see this. Okay, cool. Thank you, Emily. That's how much it was going to be. Tasha was completely fine with this trip. She was okay with paying the $5,200. She was okay with paying her deposit. She was okay with all of that, Nicole. She just wanted to make sure she went on her trip. So I looked, I put in the same dates, the same room, the same everything. And for me, my master agent price was going to be $1,140. That was not the deposit. That was for the entire trip. Do you see that? Do you see how good of a discount it is when we just do some trainings, get the information, we're able to go? A lot of times people say, well, what am I don't know. Well, what am I paying for? I didn't sign anybody up. I don't have any agents. Well, I don't have anybody booking right now. I don't know what I can do. I don't have any information. We have so much, and we have so much. There's so much benefit in being an agent with our company. Do you guys see the benefit over here? If you can see the benefit, put a B in the chat box. Put a B in the chat box. If you can see this benefit, put a B in the chat box. That is over $4,000 in a discount. So here's the rest of the story. So I called Tasha and I'm like, listen, she said, did you get my quote and everything? I said, I have your quote. It's a really good quote. I said, it's going to be $5,240. She was like, oh, that's cool. I said, I'm going to need a $1,000 deposit. She said, okay, that's fine. I said, but Tasha, I saw this trip and I want to go. She was like, oh my goodness, you should go. You should go. I want you to go. We're going to have a good time. I said, yeah, Tasha, but I'm not paying $5,240. She said, she said, well, how much you going to pay? I said, girl, with my travel agent discount, I'm paying $1,140. She almost screamed. That was the first time I used my travel agent discount to sign somebody up into my business. Within about an hour, Tasha was at my house. She didn't even have a car. She had somebody drive her an hour to my house. She signed up in the business. She got started, and the rest is history. But we have so much to benefit from this. So today I want to talk to you about AM Resorts. I want to talk to you about the first time I saw how this benefit can not only benefit me, but it could benefit my business and it could benefit people that I really like, I mean, because listen, I was going to go on a trip with Tasha anyway. Too many Mai Tais, too many Bahama Mamas on the beach. And I was going to tell her that I spent $1,000 instead of $5,000. And Tasha might not want to be my friend anymore for keeping that type of information away from her. You know what I mean? So super cool to be able to do that. So let me show you guys exactly how this works. I am going to stop my share on this laptop actually, and I'm going to start my share over here. Look at me with my technology, you guys. I'm getting good at this. I remember when I couldn't do any of this kind of stuff, but now I'm able to show you guys the everything on two different devices. So let's go over here to let me see, where did I put it? Oh, I put it here. Okay, cool. Let's see. Let's go to AM Resorts. Now I want to do this in real time with you because I want you guys to really get the information and understand the ease of being able to work your business. Okay. And let me check I could check the comments over here in the chat box. Okay. Are you guys enjoying this, you guys? I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying showing it to you because I get so excited when I'm able to share, you know, this type of stuff because it's just amazing to me to be able to do so. Let me go right here real quick. Okay, so this is the AM Resorts website, amresorts.com. Write that down, amresorts.com. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? AM Resorts is a really nice resort. Number one, I've stayed at a few of these AM Resorts, right, with my agent discount. Yes, yes, and yes. And they are the nicest. They are the most attentive. The food is delicious. Am I the only person that travels for food? Do I have any other foodies here? If you're a foodie, put an F in the chat box. Are you a foodie? I'm a foodie. Like, I travel for food. I'll go back to a place just because of that taco, because I think tacos should be in its own class of food by itself. Food is like everything to me. Okay. So this is the website. Now here's the cool part. You have a client that wants to go somewhere. You're talking to a friend and they're like, I really want to go on a trip, but nobody's traveling right now. I can't go anywhere. You're like, wait a minute. People are traveling, right? And then right here you have the COVID-19 information and it tells you the status of everything. They even have, look, enhanced quality, safety, and hygiene protocols. They're making sure that their clients are safe as much as they can, right? And it's up to us as the traveler to also, number one, follow everything. Like, you got to tell your clients, you need to follow the rules. These are the protocols. These are the rules. You need to follow these rules so that people can continue to travel and nothing else, bad happens. So you got to make sure you do that. So let's look at this. Let's click on coronavirus status. So this tells you which ones of their resorts are open. Okay, are you guys seeing this? Now open, now open, now open, now open, now open. So is everything closed or are there places that are open? Because this is documentation beats conversation all day long. Okay, here's some stuff in Mexico. Open, 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 open. Okay. Somebody put open in the chat box because this open. It's open. Okay, and then right here, Caribbean, there are a couple places, Panama, San Martin, that they're not open yet, but they have a date when they're going to open. So you have that information. It even tells you how long it was closed. So you have good information for your clients if they're asking for, different things. Okay, well, I want to go to Dreams in Palm Beach. Oh, okay, well, they're open right now. I can go ahead and try to see what they have available. Are they open at 100% capacity? Absolutely not, because they want to make sure that they're doing this, they're as safe as possible. They're still allowing people to travel, still allowing people to enjoy their life with, safety precautions in place. So you guys need to understand that. And you can give them the policies. You read the policies, understand what's going on. You need to be knowledgeable. So when you're booking all this stuff, when your client has questions, you'll be able to answer them. Here are the frequently asked questions. Okay, let me, read this so I can understand. Okay, my client wants to get married. Okay, they can't get married in Vegas right now because Vegas is kind of closed. So let me see what the weddings look like in these different places. All of this information here is for you. Okay, who said this? Cincinnati. Lisa said she just got back from Breathless. Exactly. Let me tell you guys something else. Anybody know Patrice? If you guys know Patrice, you love Patrice, you adore Patrice, put a P in the chat box for Patrice. Patrice just arrived in Jamaica today. Patrice just arrived in Jamaica today. Okay, super cool. She's there. She's at Sandals. Patrice, she's being a diva. She's probably having her a good old Corona with a lime, talking to everybody, signing people up for her travel. But Patrice. By the time Patrice leaves Jamaica, she's going to know everybody. Oh yeah, who here likes pineapples? It's another P. Anybody here like pineapples? Anybody like pineapples? Any pineapples are like the best, the juiciest. Well, maybe I should call them juiciest because I'm about to talk about a person. But pineapples are fabulous, and our own evolution pineapple is also in Jamaica. Nina is in Jamaica, you guys. So people are traveling. Nina's in Jamaica. Patrice is in Jamaica. Two of our top travel bookers are actually traveling right now in Jamaica. They say people don't do what you say, people do what you do. So if our two top travel bookers are traveling, they're doing it. What is that going to do for their clientele? It's going to encourage their clientele to also travel. I knew Nina was in Jamaica too. I don't know how I forgot just that fast. I probably, because I didn't talk to her today, probably. But you know what? I hope she brings me back a Jamaican pineapple, and I'm gonna need Patrice to bring me back a Jamaican Corona or something. Okay. So we're gonna have some good time. So this is right here, AM Resorts. Okay, so when you go to AM Resorts, like I showed you before, because I enjoy, getting information and understanding where everything is, and what we have to offer. And so I just clicked at the bottom. I'm gonna do it with you. Look at this place. Like, look at this place. Is there anybody on this line right now that wants to go here? Nicole just got back from the DR. Yeah, and I think exactly, people, we're traveling. We're traveling. You guys, we are traveling. Shoot. Look at this place. Super nice. So let's go down to the bottom. Let's pretend like we were me that night when I was like going crazy. Look at this place. So let me tell you something else. Okay, you see Zoetry? Zoetry right here, you guys. Zoetry is for pet lovers. Okay. This resort, you can bring your little cute little dog like Gail, who has a little diva dog. I call her a little diva dog. And Patrice has her diva dog sister. Gail and Patrice are their dogs are brother and sister. So you can bring your dog to Zoetry. Your dog can actually enjoy spa treatments. They have massages for dogs. They have the little beds for the dogs. The dogs get treated better than the people. So if you know anybody who has an animal that they absolutely love, definitely tell them about Zoetry, because just like people and kids, pets need spa treatments too. Okay, your little dog needs a little pedicure and stuff. So if you know anybody, now you know Zoetry. Okay, so let's go down here, and then it'll tell you, because there are all these different places like Secrets, Breathless, Dreams. All those places are adult only. We love our kids, we love our children, and our children, even if they scream at, and I want you guys to tell me if you agree with me, they can scream at the top of their lungs, they can run around, they can do all kind of stuff, they can have a fit, and we don't really see it. But as soon as somebody else's kid does the exact same thing our kid does, it's like, ooh, somebody need to get those kids. So nobody else's other kids are allowed at Secrets, Breathless, or Dreams. Okay, Secrets, Breathless, Dreams, Zoetry. That's where you go to make the kids. After you've made the kids, you and your kids can go to Now, Reflect, and Sunscape. Okay, y'all got it. Make the kids at Zoetry, Secrets, Breathless, and Dreams. And then after you make the kids, you take the kids that you made at those other places, and you and the kids gonna go to Now, Reflect, Sunscape. Okay, got it. Perfect. Now, as you can see right here, they have meetings, weddings, right? You want everybody to come to your wedding. You want it to be outside. You want a beautiful backdrop. Well, guess what? Corona can't stop you. You can go take yourself to IM Resorts, get that information, get out there and have a good old time. Cool part about weddings too, is there anybody here interested in being a wedding coordinator, a wedding destination wedding specialist? Anybody destinate? Okay, Emily says she is. Perfect. Annette, okay, Annie. Perfect. The best part about being a destination wedding specialist with these type of resorts like Charisma, Sandals, AM Resorts, a lot of times, well, I won't say a lot of times, they have their own specialists at the resort, which is really nice. They have their own specialists at the resort. And so all you really have to do is connect your client with that resort specialist, and then they do all the work. Well, guess what happens after they do all the work? you get all the money. That's the best type of specialism I want. Yeah, I'm gonna be a money specialist. They can do all the work. I'm gonna get all the money. Absolutely, and they do this all the time. They know their resort a lot better than you. They know what their caterers can do a lot better than you. They know what their rooms look like and what they can offer a lot better than you. So why not let the expert do it? I'm willing to sit on the sidelines and learn. That's completely okay with me. My money is not going to change either way. So let's click on resources for travel agents. Okay, we're going to click on this, and then we'll go over here. Let me sign in. Okay, sign in. Once I sign in, and then they used to have like a call. They don't have. Well, I won't tell you what they used to have because they don't have it no more, so it don't matter. But when you book reservations for AM resorts, it doesn't matter if you book it through Vax. It doesn't matter if you book it through another supplier outside of AM resorts. When you book your vacation for AM resorts, you're gonna get that confirmation number and bring it back to AM resorts and register it, because when you register your stuff here, they have different specials. They have raffles, and then they even sometimes have bonuses. Like if you go ahead and book it somewhere else, or if you book it here, you put in the reservation number, and then they have bonuses. I know one time they were giving like $200. You got your commission, all the stuff you're supposed to get, but once they knew you booked it, they were giving an additional $200. They actually gave me a pay card, so I still have it in my wallet. It's zero balance right now, but it will add up. I promise you, there will be a comma on that card soon. Okay. So this is the back office for your master agent. When you become a master agent, you put in your information to do all the stuff. Now, right now, when you go to do the master agent, you're going to have to call. They have an 800 number. You're going to have to call them and speak to a sales representative for them to put your information in the system. Okay. So that's what you're going to have to do when you log in here. So I want you guys to do it, call the people, get it done. So over here, it has your master agent course. Okay. So your master agent course is like the certification that you're going to go through. You're actually going to get a certificate and everything when you're done. Okay. You go and begin the course. You're going to do all the courses. It's going to have, all the information. You're going to update that information whenever you need to update the information, and it goes from there. As you can see, the first time I did this course was in 2014 was, but I updated, I guess, in 15. Okay, so I did this a long time ago, but it's active right now, right? I logged in here today and completed the update again because I knew I was going to be training you guys, and I didn't want to come in here and then be like, oh, I need to do some work. I needed to do the work. So once you do that, you'll end up getting your certificate, right? After you've done the course, you'll get your certificate. For those of you who don't know, this is my government name. Toni Ward is just an alias. No, I'm just kidding. But this is my government name. So I did the certificate, and then all the stuff is there. You're able to log in, and you're able to book your travel as a master agent. So you see where it says agent rates? And then this should say master agent rates too, because there are agent rates and there are master agent rates. So is it in here? Okay, yeah. So if you look at here, you see where it says these are the rates: $85 a night, $75 a night, $55 a night. This is in the master agents. Remember that. Remember that. And then when you go to agent rates, it's a little more. You see this? $175 a night, $125 a night. That's almost double. Did you guys see that? If you see that, put double in the chat box. It's almost double, right? Almost double. So you need to make sure you do the training, because yes, they do offer agent rates. Just because you're a travel agent, just because you're part of Evolution and Archer, you can get a special agent rate. But do the work. Once you do the work and you become a master agent, once you finish your training and you're a master agent, those, look at that. 170 goes to 85 a night. 75, the 150 goes to 75 a night. Do you guys see that? Exactly, Kenya. It's doubled because, you got to put in the work. Like if had I not gone on that fam trip and saw all of those places, those 13 resorts that I saw, I wouldn't have the information to know that that room was so inexpensive. I wouldn't even know the room was there. Okay. I learned so much stuff. Those fam trips, and that's why I have to tell people when they get into the business and they say, "Oh, well, I want to go on a fam trip." It's not for you just to go. Yeah, you're gonna go. Yeah, it's gonna be pretty. It's gonna have all kind of stuff, but you're going there to learn, you guys. You're not going on a free vacation. Oh, can I bring my husband, my mom, and my kids? Absolutely not. You are going there to learn more about your travel business so that you can do more with your travel business. And the perks from that, you get to relax. Let me tell you, I went to this one resort. It was in the same trip in Cabo, and they had this when they all the travel agents. I got to meet travel agents from everywhere. And the cool part about that too is when they meet you and they understand that you're really about your business, then you can change their mind about that MLM portion of it. Because a lot of travel agents think we're not real agents. Have anybody in here experiencing a situation where you saw another travel agent and they think you're not a real agent? Oh, it's just that MLM stuff. Oh, you're not an agent. Oh, baby, I'm an agent. Okay. I'm booking $100,000 cruise groups. I'm making this money. I'm trying to get what I need to get. I'm doing more business than you. I have an IATAN card. Okay. Don't get it twisted. So when you go there on these trips and you are learning all this stuff, and you're getting this information and you're flashing that ISN card like, yeah, I did this, then you are setting the stage for other travel agents in our business to come. But if you're going on these trips, and we had a problem with this, wasn't our people, some other people in another company, but going on the trips, being inappropriate, drinking too much, trying to sign up to people at the resorts. Who does that? But it gave a bad taste in their mouth. So we need to go ahead and make sure when we participate in all this good stuff that we are representing Evolution Travel to the highest. Okay, the highest. We have to represent and make sure people understand that we are about this travel agent life. We know what we're doing and we do it well. Period. Okay, I promise you. That's what it's gonna do. Exactly, T. Keep it classy, keep it professional. Let them understand that this is, our business. If you need to throw on your British accent, for by all means, throw on your British accent. Okay. No, I'm just playing, you guys. You know I'm silly. But yes, you get all that kind of stuff. But I was at the resort and they set up a table. We had dinner with the owner of the resort. We had dinner with the owner of the resort, and it was so cool. I remember I was sitting by the owner, and we were like, they had the table out on the beach, like on the water, and everything was all set up. Now, you guys, like you watch those cooking shows and stuff. So it was like one of those. We each had our own waiter. Okay, I had my own waiter. They came and brought my plate. And for every meal, it was like a 13-course meal. For every meal, we had another glass of wine. They paired it with some other kind of wine. So like, this is da 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 da, and this is your wine. I was like, what is this? I felt like I was just on some type of millionaire yacht show somewhere, but it was so nice. And had I not experienced that stuff, I wouldn't know that was an option. That was something that people can do when they go to the resorts. They can set that up for their family dinner. And then just the different palette of, foods and stuff that they provided for us was just, it was like, oh my God. Okay. And the room service, whew, I can still taste that taco right now. Not talking about a regular. We won't go there. Okay. I'm going to gain 20 pounds just on this call, talking about all the food I had on these resorts, on these fam trips. But yes, AM Resort is fabulous. Now, here we go. Ordering brochures. As a travel agent, you need travel agent equipment, right? If you are working as a bus driver, you're going to have your uniform and all that stuff. You're a doctor, you have your stethoscope and your doctor coat and all that kind of stuff, your business cards. Same thing goes for travel agents. We have tools and supplies and things that we need that come with our trade. So you can always order brochures. These brochures for this company are so nice. So you can go in here, you can order some brochures, have them sent to you. They're all free. Did I say that? Free, and free? Free 99, okay? You can order these brochures. They mail them to you free. The brochures are free. You don't have to pay for them. And then, you can send them to your clients, or you can leave them at the doctor's office. People are like daydreaming about travel. They're daydreaming about vacations. They want to go somewhere. People are locked up in their houses with their spouses all this time, and they want to get away. They don't have to go together on a vacation. They've been together too long. They can have a wife vacation. They can have a husband's vacation. They don't have to go together. That might be appealing to them anyway. But when you go to someone's house, maybe you're going to go, see somebody you haven't seen in a long time, 6 feet, of course. Leave a brochure. Girl, I know you've been locked in this house for months. This resort right here have safe COVID-19 practices. You can relax. There's good food. I talked to this lady named Toni from my company. She's been there and she said it was great. I'm thinking about going too. I might not pay as much as you pay. I'm probably going to pay like a fourth of what you pay. That's if you want to sign them up. But let them know it's available. So these brochures, and you don't have to like, hey, let me sit in the computer, hop on Zoom. You can just give them a brochure. Let them go sit on that little throne that we all sit on every day and get the information. Okay, they'll get it. So this is really cool to hop in here and get your supplies. You can do that with anybody, everybody. Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Princess. When you're going through their websites, make sure you look for the brochure section. I know they have a lot of, virtual stuff too, where you can just send stuff, but it's nothing like holding it in your hand. That just brings back that nostalgia before we were all green, right? So this is really cool. I would definitely recommend you guys hop over here, get this information, go through this website. This is your destination spotlight for the week. Just comb through here, look and see what they have to offer. Look at everything. Understand that you have this to offer. This is just one of hundreds, okay, if not thousands. I'm sure there are thousands of resorts out there that you guys can offer to your clients and to yourself, because you deserve a vacation too. So make sure you have this information. So somebody put in the chat box, amresorts.com. Okay, amresorts.com. Yeah, Liz, I know because of COVID, the cruise line says they now, since COVID, awesome. Yeah, they do. Yep. Not now, but as soon as they're ready, because you know what, Liz, they're going to have to like reprint stuff. They're going to have to change some stuff around, and they don't have the brochures probably ready for what's going to be coming next, So as soon as they're back on track and everybody's like in the flow of things, then they'll be able to print more. Something like this, there are no dates. Like all the cruise books have dates and stuff, and the different destinations and where it's gonna, the different ports and all that stuff. But for us, a resort that's just on land and it's gonna be in the same place and all that kind of stuff, they can send you brochures and that. But for cruises, I definitely understand how that goes. That just makes sense. But yeah, so get you guys some stuff. And I also want to show you one other thing. I was actually talking to one of my new and fabulous agents last night, Taylor and Alyssa, and I was showing them the travel agent universe and the travel agent academy. Okay, let me see. Travel agent academy. Let me show you guys something else too, because this might not be everybody's. I remember from our conversation last night. Travel Agent Academy, Travel Agent University, two very good places to go to become a specialist. Okay, you can be a specialist in a lot of different things. Like you just saw the Costa Rica specialist, there's a Jamaica specialist, Belize specialist. That just means that you're going through the trainings, you're learning about these different places, so that if you happen to have a client Aruba, I would definitely recommend this, you guys. Okay, you have the information to back up a lot of the stuff that you're talking about. And then once you do these trainings and you complete them, guess what happens? You end up on an email list for that tourism board. So if, let's say, we won't say Hawaii, we'll say, let's say Jamaica, real story. Jamaica, oh yeah. Thank you, Deidre. I was gonna say that too. Jamaica, the training here, did the Jamaica training, ended up on their email list, and they had some resorts. And these particular resorts, they wanted some reviews for travel agents. They wanted people to come out and see them. So the people that were on, and then they'll say, hey, every time you get a trip, book a trip for somebody in Jamaica, put the reservation numbers here so we can track how many reservations you're doing. We'll give you different things. We'll thank you, blah, 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 blah. So for the people who had done the training, maybe did a couple, trips to Jamaica or whatever for their clients, they sent an invitation. Hey, we have these 5 resorts we want you guys to come out and look at. How about a trip to Jamaica on us? We just need you to pay $25 administration fee. Can everybody here afford a $25 administration fee for 5 days in Jamaica? Hello? Yes. We have one of our agents. Her name is Musetta. I actually went to high school with her. A really, really good friend. I would actually call her a family member. She's an agent too on our team, and she actually did the Costa Rica training here. Y'all see the Costa Rica training, right? She did the Costa Rica training, and I think she went to Costa Rica and Panama. If she's on here, I don't know if she's on here or not, but if I'm saying it wrong, correct me. But she went to Costa Rica, Panama. She had when she called me from her room, which was 2 bedrooms and 3 bathrooms. Imagine how big that suite was. She had to pay $100, and she went to, it was a wedding. She went to a wedding showcaser there or something, so she can be a destination wedding person for that resort too. Got off her plane, went home, kissed her husband because it was his birthday. Got back on the plane and went to the other place. Paid $99, $99 for one and $25 for the other. Can you imagine? And the airfare was included. Great, right? Super cool. Let me tell you guys something else about AM Resorts. AM Resorts, they have day passes. So it's usually days, or correct me if I'm wrong, but is it $125 for the day, I think, if you just stay there for the day? But if you are like on a cruise and you've done your master agent training, you can actually go onto the resort for the whole day, enjoy the food, the amenities, and everything, and bring somebody with you, right? For free. I had a lady with the master, right? The master training.
Yes.
Perfect.
Show your credentials.
Yep. She muted me. Yeah, you show them your credentials and you get to go. They gave us a card. They used to give the little AM Resort identification card. I still have it in my wallet, actually. But yeah, you can go there for the day. I had a lady on the team from Jamaica. So when she would go home, she can use her master agent credentials and take her family to the resort. Like, she was taking her family to the resort. She was like big man on campus, you know. I'm like, yeah, let's go spend the day at the resort. No worries, I got you, you know. So definitely a benefit. Want to make sure you guys see that. It was one other thing I wanted to show you before I let you go, because I know our time is running short, but I just wanted to make sure you got all the information. If you guys got value from this today, put a V in the chat box. Let me know. Toni Harvey said, oh, hey, Toni. I love it. People with the name Toni. If you got value out of this today, put a B in the chat box. Let us know this was valuable to you. I want you guys to make sure you get the information and share the information, okay? And make sure you bring somebody to the meeting next week. Next week is going to be the 3rd Tuesday, and I want you guys, I don't even remember what the 3rd Tuesday was. I'm sure Deidre's going to tell us. But the 3rd Tuesday is going to be fabulous. You guys, make sure you get as many people on here, because the more we know, the more we grow, and we need to make sure everybody has all of the benefits that they can possibly have out of their business. I didn't mean to do that. All the benefits you could possibly have, because they are here for us to use. Okay, I'm super excited. If I forgot anything, I promise you I'll put it in an email so that you'll get it. I'm glad that you guys got some value out of this call. I look forward to always Tuesdays and helping the best way I can. Everybody, also do me a favor, hop in the chat box, put an N and a P. Let's make sure Nina and Patrice have a great trip. Let's give them some good vibes, some good energy, sending out to Nina and Patrice, an N and a P. Make sure they have a good trip. They get back safely. And more importantly, okay, we want you guys to have a good trip. We want you to get back safe, but we want to be a little bit selfish. Bring us back some information. Nina's in Jamaica at one resort. Patrice is in Jamaica at another resort. We want Nina and Patrice to come back with all the information they could possibly collect and share it with us, right? They're going there on our behalf, right? We're going vicariously through them. So thank you guys so much for hopping in today. This webinar is officially over. I'm going to turn it back over to Deidre, but I love you guys, and I can't wait to see all of you at the bank and at the beach. Deidre, back to you, darling.